Join me as I take on the challenge of exploring Europe in 2025 without breaking the bank. If you're anything like me, you've always dreamed of exploring the charming streets of Paris, the ancient ruins of Rome, or the vibrant nightlife of Berlin. But you've been held back by one major concern: the cost. Europe can seem like a dauntingly expensive destination, but trust me, it doesn't have to be. With the right mindset and a few insider tips, you can experience all that Europe has to offer without draining your bank account. One of the biggest misconceptions about traveling in Europe is that it has to be expensive. When we think of Europe, we often think of luxurious restaurants, high-end hotels, and overpriced tourist attractions. But the truth is, there's a whole other side to Europe that's just waiting to be explored, and it's a lot more affordable than you think. The key lies in understanding how to navigate the continent like a local rather than a tourist. The reality is that traveling in Europe can be challenging, especially for budget-conscious travelers. Prices seem to be constantly rising, and planning a trip can be overwhelming. Where do you even start? How do you know which destinations are affordable? How do you find the best deals on transportation and accommodation? These questions can seem daunting, but with proper planning and insider knowledge, they become manageable challenges rather than insurmountable obstacles. Let's talk about accommodation, one of the biggest expenses in any travel budget. While luxury hotels in prime locations can quickly drain your savings, there are numerous alternatives that can provide comfortable and authentic experiences. Consider staying in hostels, which have evolved far beyond the basic dormitories of the past. Many modern hostels offer private rooms with ensuite bathrooms, communal kitchens, and social spaces where you can meet fellow travelers. Websites like Hostelworld and Booking.com often have detailed reviews and photos to help you find the perfect balance between comfort and cost. Another excellent option is house sitting, where you stay in someone's home for free while taking care of their property and pets. Websites like Trusted House Sitters connect travelers with homeowners across Europe. This arrangement not only saves money, but also provides a unique opportunity to live like a local and experience a destination from a different perspective. When it comes to food, Europe offers countless opportunities to save money without sacrificing the culinary experience. Local markets are treasure troves of fresh, affordable produce and regional specialties. In cities like Barcelona's La Boqueria or Amsterdam's Albert Kuip Market, you can sample local delicacies for a fraction of the cost of restaurant meals. Many European cities also have excellent street food scenes. In Berlin, try the famous currywurst from street vendors, or in Istanbul, savor kebabs and börek from local stands. For those interested in fine dining without the hefty price tag, consider making lunch your main meal of the day. Many high-end restaurants offer lunch menus at significantly reduced prices compared to their dinner service. In Paris, for example, you can often find 3-course lunch menus at elegant bistros for less than half the cost of dinner. Transportation between European cities doesn't have to break the bank either. Budget airlines like Ryanair and EasyJet offer incredibly cheap flights if you're flexible with your dates and book in advance. However, remember to factor in the cost of getting to and from airports, which are often located far from city centers. Train travel, while sometimes more expensive up front, can be more economical when you consider the door-to-door journey time and the experience itself. The Eurail Pass, while not always the cheapest option, can provide good value if you plan to cover long distances or visit multiple countries. For shorter journeys, look into regional train services or bus companies like Flixbus, which often offer comfortable intercity travel at very reasonable prices. Within cities, walking is not only free, but also the best way to discover hidden gems and local neighborhoods that you might miss otherwise. One surprising strategy that can take your budget travel game to the next level is using local transport passes or city tourism cards. These passes can give you unlimited access to public transportation, museum entrances, and other attractions, often for a fraction of the cost of buying individual tickets. The Amsterdam City Card, for instance, includes free entrance to most major museums, free public transport, and even a canal cruise. Timing your visit can also significantly impact your budget. Traveling during shoulder season, spring or fall, often means lower prices on accommodation and fewer crowds at major attractions. Cities like Prague, Budapest, and Krakow in Eastern Europe generally offer excellent value for money throughout the year, with rich cultural experiences at a fraction of the cost of Western European destinations. Free walking tours have become increasingly popular across European cities and provide an excellent introduction to your destination. While these tours operate on a tip basis, they're usually high quality and can help you get oriented while learning about local history and culture. Many cities also have free museum days. In Paris, for example, many museums offer free admission on the first Sunday of each month. For entertainment, look beyond the obvious tourist attractions. European cities are full of free or low-cost cultural events, especially during summer months. From outdoor film screenings in Rome's Piazza San Cosimato to free concerts in London's parks, there are countless ways to enjoy local culture without spending a fortune. Street festivals, local celebrations, and university events often provide authentic cultural experiences at little to no cost. Technology can be your best friend when traveling on a budget. Apps like Google Maps can help you navigate public transportation, while Too Good To Go allows you to purchase surplus food from restaurants at discounted prices. Websites like Secret Flying and Scott's Cheap Flights can alert you to flight deals, while Rome to Rio helps compare different transportation options. Another often overlooked aspect of budget travel is connecting with locals. Websites like Meetup or couchsurfing events, even if you're not staying with hosts, can connect you with local communities and fellow travelers. These connections can lead to insider tips, local recommendations, and sometimes even invitations to home-cooked meals or local events. When it comes to sightseeing, consider purchasing attraction passes for cities where you plan to visit multiple sites. The Roma Pass in Rome or the Lisboa card in Lisbon can save both money and time. However, always calculate whether these passes will actually save you money based on what you plan to see. Sometimes individual tickets might be cheaper if you only plan to visit a few attractions. By being strategic about your spending, you can allocate your budget to experiences that matter most to you. Perhaps you'll choose to splurge on a special meal in a Michelin-starred restaurant in Lyon, but balance it out by preparing your own meals for the next few days. Or maybe you'll invest in a guided tour of the Vatican museums, but explore the rest of Rome independently. Remember that some of the most memorable travel experiences don't cost anything at all. Watching the sunset from Montmartre in Paris, wandering through the winding streets of Venice, or picnicking in Munich's English Garden. The key to budget travel in Europe is finding the right balance between comfort, experience, and cost. So don't let the perceived cost of traveling in Europe hold you back any longer. With careful planning, flexibility, and a willingness to step off the beaten path, you can create an unforgettable European adventure that won't leave you broke. The continent's rich history, diverse cultures, and stunning landscapes are waiting to be explored, regardless of your budget. Thanks for joining me on this journey to explore Europe on a budget. If you have any of your own budget travel tips, be sure to share them in the comments below. And if you're looking for more travel advice and inspiration, be sure to check out my other videos focused on specific European destinations and travel strategies. Remember, the best trips aren't necessarily the most expensive ones. They're the ones where you immerse yourself in local culture and create lasting memories.